Alright, it's Dominaria Day! Woo! This is gonna be a long video. I'm gonna hit you with that hot warning beforehand. It's also gonna be just completely unscripted, just completely vibing. Before we start on anything, I'm gonna hit you with that hot update of, if you didn't hear about it, this code that I just typed in right up here that I believe is case sensitive of capital P play DMU all capitals. 3 free Dominaria packs. That's pretty cool. But what we're going to be doing in this video, and why I'm warning you that it's probably going to be long, is I, in my infinite wisdom, bought one of the pre-order things, and I have a sealed draft token. So, what we're going to do is we're going to play a sealed Dominaria United draft, because we have a token for it. For those of you who don't know, you receive 6 packs, and then you get to build the deck. It's a pretty cool way to try and get like a handle on how things will work in draft before you go into actual drafts. At least for me, it allows me personally to get like a better handle on how decks might function. It allows me to see a lot more of the cards that opponents have, and it also gives you like a little bit of like, oh, this Flyers tempo. They have a control, they have aggro, they have a Stompy, there's a tokens, like a creature sacrifice. Like they tell you a little bit about some of the like mini things they got going on. But we're just gonna vibe this. I'm gonna pop our sealed token, we're gonna open our packs, and we're gonna try and build a deck. This should be showing me all my fancy rares. Well, it looks like we might be going black. With 2 copies of that guy. However, I've heard good things about this card, where you can make it attack and enlist, and you can discard a card to make sure it gets indestructible. I haven't heard great things about Leafcrown Visionaries, however, it is card advantage, it is cheap, and it does buff elves. I suppose it depends on what other cards we have. This seems like fine. It's really good for flashing creatures that have ETB effects. So any creature that doesn't enter the board effect, this will essentially flash them out and back in. So it's essentially a 3/6 attacker that will flash creatures that have great enter the board effects. This seems fine, but not my favorite. You can skip chapters with read ahead, however, it seems fine. I feel like it's a case of you phase out your you could potentially read ahead. You could enter it, let it start on step 1, but then maybe read ahead. Yeah. You could probably just phase out like whatever creatures you have on your board in the first one, or read ahead to chapter 2. Maybe even just read ahead to chapter 3. It could just be a 4-mana board wipe that gives you 2/2 Phyrexian tokens. We'll find out what we get. We'll find out what all we got. Did we get any multicolors? We got way too many lands. Oh no. Oh, that's unpleasant. Or do these come by default in the new draft sets? No, they can't. They can't. They can't come by default because then it wouldn't be 1 copy of each. So I got a lot of their dual lands. Didn't get any of the pain lands. That would have been nice to just own. Alright, what did we get for multi-things? Stall for time, tap up to 2 target creatures. If the spell was kicked, put a stun counter on each of those creatures, and draw a card. That's a really powerful card. I'm leaning towards having white in the deck somehow. I'm amazed we got 4 of those. Return target creature to its opponent's hand, draw a card. If the spell was kicked, you gain 3 life. So it's a 3-cost bounce spell with a draw 1 attached. Leaning towards Azorius based off these 2 cards alone. Tribute to Urborg. Target creature's -2/-2. If the spell was kicked, creature's an additional -1/-1. Okay, so that's good for a Dimir control deck. 1 copy. Got a Branch Rider. He seems fine. He's for Gruul Stompy, red-green Stompy. I don't know, we'll see what he does. A Bog Badger seems cool. for any green deck. You do need to have black to play the kicker, but it is also a 3-drop 3/3, but you kind of want to play into its colors to make it work. Colossal Growth is once again good for Gruul. It's one in a green and then a red kicker to get +4/+4 trample and haste, so you can play like something small on one turn, and then the next turn if you have your 3 mana available, you can kick it to get a +4/+4 trample haste creature. Or if you're late game and you just have this sitting in your hand and you draw a big creature, you can make it go even bigger. This thing seems very good. IMO. So at the beginning of combat, you create a token with trample and haste and you sack it at your next end step. But you can tap him, but only if 5 or more creatures died. He seems like he's a good way to just have pressure. He's a 3-drop that summons 2/1s consistently, which is just annoying and great potential. This thing, I've seen people talk about it. It seems fine. The problem is its domain thing. It really works for... I forgot the green-black color name, I'm sorry. It works really well for that, but otherwise it's fine. Let's see what white-blue cards we have. Do we have a good thing? A 3 Defender Wall. Glory Blast deals X damage. Target tapped creature, not very good. Vigilance Enlist. You can tap a creature and add its power to yours. 1/3 Vigilance for a 2-drop is pretty good. Honestly, I'm leaning towards playing blue, at least white. You can basically have this as an enlist thing. Buff the party with +1/+1 counter seems pretty okay. Flash Enchantment. Exile 1 target non-land permanent. Oh, so it's a flash exile enchantment that gains 2 life. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay. Doesn't look like we got many good blue cards, though. Impulse is good for getting land drops. Let's see what creatures... Let's see what instants and sorcerers we got to see what we can build around, mayhaps. We might be building into Gruul. So we got a handful of really good ones. We got Broken Wings as well as Colossal Growth. I don't know. Did we get a Planeswalker? Damn, we did not get a Planeswalker. What about our creatures? We got a good amount of stuff. I don't think we got any elves, unfortunately, so elf tribal is kind of out. We could maybe go white-black. We do have a good amount of solid white cards, IMO, and we do have Ala-Silkor, Sadistic Pilgrim, which is a 2/2 death touch for white-black. And when another creature enters the battlefield, you gain life, and when another creature you control dies, each opponent loses 1 life. Which is essentially a baby Meathook Massacre without the board wipe, which is just a good card, IMO. Seems pretty prevalent. This seems like an okay set to run. 3 cost, instant to draw X, which is typically 1 or 2. We did get 2 copies of the Raven Man. That could make... We might be running white-black. Or we could run red-green. We got a good amount of stompiness. We got so many options, it's hard to make a decision. Alright, let's say we did red-green. Let's just put all of the red-green cards in here and see what all we have access to. Okay, so we got 46 red-green cards that kind of fit the MO. Yeah, but see, like, looking at this, it looks like we have a fair amount of things that could work out. Let's look at what creatures we have. Whoops, I forgot that doesn't work. I can do T creature. Yeah, there's a lot of creatures in this. We got a good amount of finisher creatures too, some big boys. Twice the number of basics. That does not seem worth it. It has Enlist and Trample. Enlist is good for tapping big things. Okay, Dragonwolf gets +1/+0. This has been activated four or more times this turn. You can sack it. That's fine. 2/3 flyer to go over the top. 4 cost that you pump with red mana, but it's a flyer and that's important. Word 2 with Enlist seems fine. The Bog Badger seems not necessary. That seems fine because we can pump it. Thrill of Possibility seems pretty good in general. Furious Bellow is just a good card. When Hammerhand enters a creature, target creature can't block this turn, but enchanted creature has 1/1 and haste. Seems pretty good. That's an instant pump spell. Instant pump spell. Kick it for white, but we don't need the white. I guess it wouldn't hurt to put a green-white land in the deck. It's essentially just a green source that if we draw properly can be used for the other mana source. Not amazing, but not the end of the world. It's a plant wall, and when it enters the battlefield, look at the top 6, you may reveal a land and put it into your hand with the rest. See, that seems good. 2-drop blocker, but I don't need that many copies. You can go. I'm not playing Druids. It has Enlist, and I can sack it to destroy an artifact. This stands lots of creature with flying. It's +2/+0, so it's a 3/3 blocker for flyers. That's good. That's just hunting for cards you want. Honestly, this seems pretty solid as a whole for my deck. I don't think I need the Broken Wings, though. I think if I have flyers and flying blockers, we can make it work. This might be okay. We're going to try this kind of stompy variant of what we got. I think we might have been better off building around white. We have a lot of really powerful white creatures and powerful white enchantments and instants. However, we did get some really solid stompy stuff. So we're going to give the stompy deck a try. And we're going to see how it plays out. I didn't look at my other things, did I? Creature gets +2/+0. That's fine. It's an 0/3 defender, but until end of turn, creature with defender gains haste. Can attack though it didn't have defender. Okay, so it's a 1-drop that you pay 2 to make it into a 3/3. Argosy is good for ETB effects, but we don't have many great ETB effects. I mean, we could maybe make it work, but it seems not great. Meteorite does not seem good for limited. Let's give it an honest-to-God shot. And we'll see how it goes. We spent 13 minutes crafting that deck, and we'll see if that deck was worth a damn. I personally find Stompy-style decks to be very good in this format. Simply because, well, Stompy, good. Stompy can just run over your opponent if you get the right draw. Okay, Devil Mountain and a Forest. Got a Berserker, got a Vine Wall, got this thing, got Thrill of Possibility. Honestly, we could use the Thrill of Possibility to cycle out the Monstrosity, because this is way too early to have it, but everything else seems fine. We're on the draw, which might be bad into what they got going on. But we have a Snare Spinner. Does this thing gain Death Touch? Okay, it does. It looks like they're going some form of green-black. Combo deck, mayhaps. Combination of colors, not like combo deck. Alright. Man, they got lucky to actually get cut down in their packs. I didn't see a single one. Do I play Vine Wall or do I play Tortoise here? I think I play the Tortoise. Because it has Ward 2 and it's hard for them to kill. And while they're trying to plank me down with a 1/1, I can now start running at them pretty heavily. I don't know why you would give it Death Touch. I can't block? Let's play the Vine Wall. Let's see if I can get another green source. Even though I don't need it, it wouldn't be bad to have. Yeah, let's grab this, make it intertapped, and then swing. As you can see, we've already evened it out, which is why I wasn't concerned about them swinging away with a little plinky 1-1. I could probably play this next turn if I drop the Steel Crusher on board, because I will have 5 points. Let's kick it. Alright. Let's kick it. And let's just swing in. And make them block and try and kill something with Death Touch. Yeah, but what are you blocking is the real question. I know you're blocking something, but what are you blocking? They're blocking the thing that can pump itself? That's a smart move. That is absolutely a smart move. My game is a little loud. I'll turn it down. This game, my audio is weird for this game. Let's just play out the monstrosity. Oh my goodness, the game is still very loud. I'm gonna turn down the SFX even more. Are they really playing blue, black, green? Weird choices. I don't really know what they're playing though. All I have access to so far is that they have Butterfly Swarm and Cut Down. That kills anything that they throw against me, honestly. So let's cycle with Thrill of Possibility, give it to the mountain, and draw 2. It would be really good to get in here, but I want to hold up Furious Bellow. Because whatever they block with dies here. Don't need a mountain right now. I do not need the land. I have first strike, so I just slap them. This is why I like playing Stompy in limited formats, though. It just seems to work out pretty well, that if your opponent doesn't have, like, removal answers, or, in the case of this opponent, they played Cut Down too early, because getting rid of the tortoise would probably be very good for them. I do have Lightning Strike for just hitting face, though, so I really only need to deal 3 damage right now, which is nice. I think I got a surprisingly good Stompy deck, but I probably could have also hard pivoted into the white cards that I had sitting around. I do love the new background. Okay, so they added 2 board pieces. I think if I kill one of them... Okay, I don't have lethal if I kill one of them. Do I need to enlist pre-attack step? Yeah, okay, I would. Let's just get shit out there. Honestly, let's just get some shit out there. And let's just swing. I only need to deal 1 more damage, so if they find a way to kill this, I have lethal in hand, but they don't know that. Okay, so they can pull something back from the graveyard. Oh, were they playing a domain deck the whole time? But that pulls it back to hand. Which means I have lethal. Like, there's nothing you can do. I have lethal. It's 4 or 5, right? And I still trample over. Yeah, that was a good game from them, though. They played pretty well. I think they really, really got ahead of themselves with cutting down my flying blocker. I think that was a little silly, because they could have just killed it by popping their Death Toucher. Popping the Death Touch on the thing if I did fight into it. You know, or like did stay back and try and block. I think I got pretty lucky on the draw though. I get a lot of my creatures and I got my pump spells when I needed them. And I got the pump spell with first strike when I needed it more than anything. I think decks that are more controlling like that are probably going to have eat me for breakfast. This is fine because I can Thrill of Possibility away some of my hand. Maybe I can Thrill of Possibility away the dragon. I don't think I'm on the... I think I'm on the draw again though, unfortunately. Man, everyone's playing that card. It's interesting. Very interesting. You know what? Can I look at my library? No, I can't. I kind of want to play the Dragon Whelp out. I might dump a land to Thrill of Possibility. Is that instant? That is instant. Cool. I can drop a land to Thrill of Possibility this next turn if I think they're going to be a problem. I need to now. That's very, very sad that I have to. 3 lands is too many. I'm trying to be stompy, and they're causing problems, essentially. I want to get out my Whelp. I think they might have me beat already, though, because their board presence is just going to be really hard for me to top. A flyer and a menace creature, and all of my creatures that I have are a bit too expensive. Still a possibility, get rid of a land. If they have a counterspell, I'm kind of boned because I'm kind of banking my plays on this. Oh, those are really good, but I need to get something out first. Let's get out the tortoise. These are really good because they synergize with the domain here. Okay, never mind. Wow, you're a dick. They're not actually a dick, dear viewer. It's a matter of, wow, you killed my creature. What the fuck, man? Oh, I'm really in trouble now. Okay. Do I kick in this thing and just, like, have it? I think I kick her it in, so it's kind of a threat. Oh, no, I didn't mean to do that. I'm just gonna concede. I needed to hold that back as a blocker. I mean, they had me dead to rights. They had a 4/4, and my creatures were not gonna get big enough to take out the 4/4. Their flyer had Death Touch to take out my flyer. They had a menace creature on board. I was in trouble. I'm conceding out of shame, but they also, like... They had me dead to rights, honestly. It was gonna take them a few turns, but they were gonna eventually just whittle me down with what they had on board. I wasn't able to gain life either. This is totally fine as a starting hand, but I really need a land. Can I stop? Can I stop? Like, stop having the draw when I'm on an aggro stompy deck, please. Just makes me sad. I'd like... I'm playing aggro stompy, and I've been on the draw all 3 games, and I'm sad. I do have Gaia's Might to pump at the moment and give +1/+1, or in this case +2/+2. I think I'm going to play the Berserker on this next drop, because I think that's the play to go for. I could play the... I think I'm going to play the Tortoise, actually. Get a warded thing out. I think this is going to be surprisingly good in Limited, just because Ward 2. I don't think that was the play. I don't know if lightning striking a 2/2 that can destroy artifacts is the play. Like, it has enlist, sure. I can play Vine Wall straight up and maybe grab an extra land of some sort. Whatever. I already have 2 out. This gives me +2/+2, so I can just swing. That was very silly, my friend. I don't know why you would do that. This has so much more value than a 1/1 that I could maybe pump spell up. They're playing a domain deck, though. Mountain, swamp, forest. They're playing domains. I think that's my guess. So I don't know why you would go for 3 colors, because 2 colors seems very good. I can technically enlist with this guy, but there's no reason to. I'll start enlisting him with the Berserker soon, though, because then if they kill the Berserker, it has extra power. Did I start this? This isn't the game that I started with my discard draw. I hope I draw that soon. I mean, I'm just gonna keep going face. Oh, Dragon Whelp is a really good draw here, TBH. It is a card that I can continuously pump. Yes, it forces that out. Like, there's no way they can avoid playing something into that. They have to counter it. And this is going to be another big threat that they have to deal with. That I could just enlist this way to make it have even bigger might. Like, I'm playing out my hand here, but I am forcing responses out of them. They can double block the tortoise, but I don't know why the fuck they'd want to do that. Pump spell? I mean, I still just wiped your board presence, though, and I still have a 3-2 on board. Is that your whole play? Is that you could draw 2 cards off of that? But, I mean, I guess that's a really solid... I should have held that in hand for discard. I mean, it's a case of, do they try and go for lethal here? Because I have so much more life than them. They got so lucky. Oh my goodness. Their 4 cards that they drew 3 creatures, which is so good into a creature-heavy matchup. Okay, it's a 5-3, but like... You do realize that's a trade... Alright, whatever. So the only thing they can kill me with is this. So if they attack with it now, then I attack in with... Yeah, they're enlisting. I mean, I still have 1 more turn of safety. Unless they drew another pump spell here, they can't kill me, I don't think. Alright, well that fucking sucks. Legitimately just fucking sucks. Have I drawn any of my pump spells yet? I haven't. I mean, there's no reason to block this. This isn't lethal. I can see for a fact that it's not lethal. I'm on a 2-turn clock, but I can maybe make something happen. Oh, did they just win off of that? Oh, that's fucking annoying. I mean, there's nothing I can do. It's not like I had a choice. That's just... They got lucky. Their thing that let them draw 4 cards, or 2 cards, gave them 2 big creatures that I had to answer. That's just lucky. And then I drew lands, you know? Like, I drew 4 lands in a row, I think, and then they drew exactly what they wanted. It is looking like this type of Stompy deck is very good. I just may have not gotten the right cards for it. I have a feeling this isn't limited. This Stompy deck is going to be great if you can build into it. Because like, holy shit. You can just get some really big things going with the Enlist. And you can make trample creatures enlist other creatures with big base powers. As you can tell, though, I'm still very much feeling out how this thing works. It does. That last game, it didn't matter, though. I should have technically blocked on the turn before. This is fine. This is a great turn 2. I do need a green, but it's fine. I can use Furious Bellow just as a deal 3 scry 1, which might be the play, I think. I think that's the play, because I can't afford to draw that right now. I need land. I think Furious Bellow is going to be very, very happy in the meta for Stompy decks, for red Stompy. Am I about to lose by not drawing my land? Find out. I might be about to lose by not drawing my land. Okay, well, I drew a land, so I can at least play Berserker. That's good. Can I please draw a green? I kept a hand on the idea that I would draw a green, and I think I made a mistake by doing that. What the fuck? There's a 4/3 trample vigilance thing at what? Man, I would have killed to have drawn any of that. Let's play the Vine Wall. Not for any actual reasons, but because I want to fucking ramp. I feel like Vine Wall is also going to be very good in Limited. Just being able to ramp is just good. I mean, I kill it. You know that, right? You read the card? You read the card, right? I don't know if they read the card. Wait, what? Oh, oh, that's a fucking dual land? Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, that's fucking cringe. Ugh! That is painfully fucking cringe. Alright, we're playing this. And we're gonna use Strength of the Coalition to kill that thing again. Except I literally can't, actually. It's an unkillable recursive threat because they got 5 lands out and they have 3 land types. That is an unkillable recursive threat every single turn unless they tap out for it. That's fucking annoying. Alright, we'll pay the ward too. Alright, well, I'm out of here. That was my experience, I guess, was I just ran into an opponent who I don't know how to read the lands. God, Domain is going to fuck me for, like, forever. Laugh about it in the comments below, but the fact that dual lands count as 2 separate lands this time is really going to fuck with me. That's pretty par for the course for me for Limited, though. Limited always fucks with me. It's also a pure toss-up. Like, I kind of feel like I got shafted on my Limited draw. Not Limited, sorry, Sealed draw, because I just didn't get many very I didn't get, like, a game-changing rare, and that can be a big deal for Limited. But you could also just chalk it up to bad play. Yell about whichever one you think it is down in the comments. Either way, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe if you want to see more, and I hope to catch you in the next one.